Ah, oh God! When I hit record, I realized how drunk I am right now. Hold up. Oh, okay. Oh no, cannabis! I'm in the middle of packing a bowl. See, I've ground up my weed, and I was about to pack a bowl, but all of a sudden, I have to tell you how much I hate. I had to spit like a Jew for even thinking something despicable. Ernest Hemmingway, you fraud. You're a fraud. A total fraud. Like Frank Grimes in the episode of The Simpsons. Look, I know a lot of people would be like, oh, Ernest Hemingway. Oh, you put so much human reality into the literary world. Do you know? Did you know Ernest Hemingway was such a little ninny ass punk? He was so afraid of his wife's criticism of his written work. He went fly fishing. I get my waders, my fishing rod, my little fly fish lures. I'm going to stand in the swamps and the rivers, and yeah, it's cool that he became one with nature while he was finishing Old Man and the Sea. I think that that's necessary to create a work of any importance. And obviously it does show in many ways in Old Man and the Sea. He went on for 15 years. That's 15 New Years. 15 Valentine's days that he spent estranged from his wife. I'm at my cabin. I'm fly fishing. Hope you're doing well, babe. I'll write to you again in another 5 months. Gotta go fly fishing for my food today. And everything is good. And that's all he had to say to his wife. But sure, he could write so many books. Ernest Hemingway, you little freaking pussy. You little fairy ass bitch. You went fly fishing for 15 years to decide, should I put a semicolon or a colon here toward the end of my book? And you know what? Let me tell you something. I've spent 17 years deciding on how my protagonist should kill his first dragon in the book that I'm creating. Because, yeah, it's important to me. But a colon or a semicolon, 15 years fly fishing, you were trying to hide from your wife, dude. Don't BS the literary world with this crap. Don't act like you're so incapable of writing that you couldn't figure out a punctuation mark. Why'd you lie to everybody? And the reason this is so egregious to me is that the end of Old Man and the Sea is crap. It's bad. It's dumb. It doesn't line up with the rest of the narrative. It forsakes everything that it has built up towards, and it falls short of the task at hand. Old Man and the Sea is about some dude who forsook society for his own personal glory. And, sure, I still, of course, remember the 3 chapters in a row where this dude is in his little rowboat He's gone all the way out into the middle of the ocean. He doesn't even have a fishing rod by the time he's done, because the fish has broken his fishing rod, and all he's left with is the cord and the twine or the string or the fishing line, whatever it is. He didn't have a fishing rod. The reel is broken. All the machinery is broken. Like, don't tell me I didn't understand the symbolism of man connecting with the raw force of nature itself. Of course I did. And he has wound it over and over like saltwater taffy around his hands so much that his fishing line, over the course of 3 sequential days, that he has battled this fish that will not give up, and neither shall he. It is a man versus nature story. And in that he knows his life is ending and all that, and this is his last moment to be the greatest fisherman of his village, and he will not let go. Even though at this point the salty sea air is suffusing his very flesh into his fishing line. He is going through a Siegfried story, like with the Nidhogg. He is in the process of drinking the blood of the dragon and hearing the song of nature. Like the dog barking behind me. I'm not going to care about that right now. I usually care a lot about that. I don't care right now. Because I understand that my neighbors have just had a baby. It's their first time with a child, and it's hard to balance the needs of a human child with your pet dog. And sometimes the dog barks, and that's okay. And I'm not going to get mad about that. Because we're talking about nature itself, and how can I get mad at an animal? How can I get mad at a dog for barking right now? Anyway, after days, he finally reels the fish in. And the tragedy of the story is that as he attempts to haul the biggest fish his village will ever see back to his fishing village, that sharks come. And after the first time a shark bites and the blood starts spilling into the ocean, it's already over. And by the time he comes back to the docks, the greatest catch of his life has no flesh left on it. It is just bones that he has docked into the shore with. And then he goes into his little fishing hut cabin that is little more than drying beds for scallops and salted fish. And he lies down in his bed and he dies. And that's Old Man in the Sea. What a great book. What a piece of shit. You want to know how you could have made this story so much better? He catches the fish. He rows back to the shore with his biggest fish that this fishing village has ever seen, perfectly intact. And he is so tired. He is so worn out from all he's tried to accomplish that he cannot partake in the village's festival. The biggest fish that is caught is always roasted over the open fire for 12 hours as everyone sings, dances, and drinks together. And they eat shrimp and lobster and smaller fish as everyone dances and puts wreaths of flowers around each other's heads and necks. And everyone forgets the differences between each other and remembers the primal necessity of the food which comes from nature's bounty. And they dance around the fire until the night finally comes. And the master cook finally decides it's time to start filleting it, slowly, little by little, as each person gets a perfectly cooked piece of fish. And all of this could have been occurring beyond the windowsill of the old man, as he looks outside and sees his excuse me. I smoke too much. Don't smoke like me. And he sees his precious catch being the delight of all the people. And then the final moment of the story should have been the old man, he hears two children panting heavily, done playing for the evening, sitting down with their plates of food, exclaiming to each other, "Oh my gosh, this is the best fish I've ever tasted. Who caught this? Which amongst us caught this most magnificent fish that we have ever seen?" And the other one says, "I don't know, but it's really good, huh? Yeah, you're right. I don't know who caught it. Let's just enjoy the evening." And then he dies. The old man should have realized that no matter how great his accomplishment to society could have been, if he is not connected with the people of the society in which he chooses to serve, then none of his accomplishments will ever have meant anything. That should have been the lesson. Hemmingway, you hack, you poser, you freaking fraud. I wrote your book better than you, because I'm the best author that will ever exist on this planet, and I will make everything great. Try me. Challenge my love for literature, and I will lay all comers low. All opponents and would-be adversaries will fall beneath my supremacy of wordsmithing mastery. You cannot defeat me. Don't even try. And that's what I have to say. Thanks for listening. God bless. Later.